Well, hello people. So now before I get into the post boost campaign in Instagram or Facebook, which is all about boosting the post which you already have posted in these pages, let me ask you something. So have you ever faced this problem or any of your clients where you have like the client is really interested in marketing or promoting the business, but then he's not willing to spend any amount. So I recently faced a client based in Qatar. He was having a store, like a retail store at a very decent mall of Qatar, but then he didn't want to spend any amount. So he was having like similar products. He was having jewelry products, he was having retail products, he was having fashion products. That was a pretty good store, an offline store in Qatar. But then he wanted me to promote his business. So this client came from a referral, he came from a friend of mine, and he wanted me to make a marketing plan for him. Anyway, so I asked him if you have any website, if you have any store, any online website like this. He said no, he doesn't have a website, yet he want his business to be promoted on Facebook and Instagram. And he didn't have any money for that. He really didn't have anything to spend in paid platforms. So when I say paid platforms, it's about promoting the business on Google Ads, promoting the business in Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. And I asked him very categorically how much amount, how much budget you have saved for these platforms. And he said he has nothing to spend on these platforms. Okay. Then I asked him if he's willing to get a website created, like an e-commerce website created. He said no, he doesn't want to spend in a domain. He doesn't want to spend in SSL hosting, payment gateway, logistics partners, and he has nothing. He has no planning for the business. All right. And then he asked me, still he want to promote the business. He asked me, okay, how the hell can I promote this business? I said, bro, you either need a website, you either need to spend. In fact, you spend on these platforms after having the website. If you don't have the website, you can't promote, right? You don't run advertisement. You can't just sell these products online. He said no, he still wanna sell these products online. And then it was time when I really started getting annoyed by the client, but then he came from a referral, so I had to really explaining how he can promote without even having any advertisement cost. So this video is all about an option where if you have a client, if you have a business and you want to promote this business without spending anything. In that case, you have to choose the organic marketing platforms, which means you can launch a Facebook page, you can launch an Instagram business profile, you can launch a YouTube channel. All these three platforms are totally free. And then additionally, you can set up a Google business page. You can set up a Google Ads Merchant Center account. You can start doing the SEO, of course. But then he was like, okay, it's fine. I asked him if he can hire an expert and this expert can create all of these properties for him. He said, no, you just tell me how the hell I promote this brand initially without spending anything. And I really got frustrated. But then I had to recommend him something. I really had to answer him something. So I asked him, okay, let's do one thing. Let's create these three properties first. So I asked him to create these three properties. And after creating these properties, I asked him to upload his products on Facebook, Instagram, at least on these two platforms. When I say uploading, I just simply asked him, shoot images of these products by yourself if you have a camera, and then post all of these products on your Facebook page somewhere like this in the photos as photos and also in the Instagram postings. And then he did that. He came back to me after a month. He said, bro, I have posted all of these photos, all of these products on the pages, and yet I don't receive any interaction. Yet I don't get anything. Okay, so I asked him, bro, how many followers you have? He said he has zero follower on Instagram initially. He said he has zero followers on Facebook initially. And he posted like 30, 40 products. He posted different products in as a post on these platforms. And yet he failed to get good impressions. So what if you have a similar client and this client of yours is really interested in marketing? He's really interested in getting engagements, maybe getting followers, maybe getting Instagram visits, and he's not having any money. So initially, you can start with asking him to create a Facebook page, Instagram profile, maybe a YouTube channel, and then you can ask him to post videos, photos, reels on these platforms. But then, even if you do so, you won't get reach, you won't get comments, you won't get engagement on these posts. Majorly because you don't have any initial followers. You have 0 followers on Instagram initially, and you have 0 followers on Facebook page as well. And regardless of how many postings you do, you will not get engagement. It's You have a very high chances of not getting the engagements unless you do a very heavy social media marketing, a very heavy marketing in terms of promoting, sharing these posts in different groups, tagging these posts with different trending hashtags, following different people on Instagram, looking for back follow, and then you do a lot of social media marketing activities, which is something that is expected to be done by a social media marketing expert. Now, how about doing something which this client missed doing because he was really, you know, he was really not willing to spend anything on platforms. So if you have a client, then of course you can start with recommending all of these 3 platforms, but then additionally, you have to do 2 more activities for him. You have to ask him to do 2 more activities with a very, very minimum cost. This activity is called as Facebook and Instagram post boosting. So when you have any post posted on these profiles, on any of the pages, you are supposed to promote this post. If you don't promote this post, then this post is actually not gonna reach to any audience, and you are wasting your time very heavily. If you are doing it for a month, and maybe you have 30 posts, maybe you have 50 posts, maybe you have 5 posts. Now, what's the point of posting all of these things if it's not reaching to any audience in the market? The idea is to get your products, get your post to a larger audience in the market. So in this video, when you think about getting the post, taking the post to the people, you have to boost this post. And when I recommended this to the client, he asked me how much amount do I have to spend now. Maybe you'll face the similar questions when it comes to running any campaign for Meta. Out of all of these campaigns, clients will be asking you what all you spend on these platforms. So I initially asked him to run a page like campaign, a campaign with the objective of getting likes with a budget of 3,000 rupees. But then he didn't run the campaign because campaign running means he had to hire someone like me, an expert who could manage the project for him, someone who could really take care of the campaign, someone who would spend the money on Facebook and also charge an additional fee as a service fee. So I had no option left but to ask him to start doing the post boosting, something which only get interaction with the post, and yet he doesn't have to pay anyone as an expert. He can only spend some amounts with Meta, some amounts with Facebook, and he can survive by getting good number of engagements on his post. So what he did, in fact, he asked me about the cost. Now, if I talk about the Indian market, this is something which is for Qatar market, but let me tell you how much you have to pay when you look into getting a post boosted in the Indian market. So if it's posting on Facebook or if it's a posting on Instagram, then you have to pay somewhere around 100 INR for getting 1000 impressions, which means you have to pay 0.10 INR, which means 10 paisa for getting one impression. So it's like in 1 rupee you get 10 impressions. In 100 rupees, you get 1000 impressions. So if the idea is to get 1000 impressions on this post, maybe on this post, which is pretty attractive, then you have to spend 100 rupees with Facebook, 100 rupees with Instagram. Now, how do you do that? One way is to get it done through an ad campaign. Maybe when you get into Facebook ad account, you have all of these campaign options available, and you can just run all of these campaigns one by one. Like, these campaigns are not for uh, Instagram post boost, but you can run different campaigns in any Facebook ads account. I paused these campaigns for a while. I was just doing some testing work. So we launched these campaigns for different activities. Like we launched a campaign for post awareness, which has generated 82,000 reach for us. We launched a campaign for Facebook page like, which has generated 31 page likes for us. We launched a campaign for traffic, which has generated 30 landing page views. We launched a campaign for Insta profile visit, which has generated 75 Instagram profile visits for us. And we have spent these amounts for different campaigns. Recently, we have also launched a failed campaign, which is called as product catalog campaign, with the objective of generating website purchases. But so far, even after spending 356 rupees, this campaign has not generated anything, not even a single purchase. And now it's time when we talk about launching the post boost campaign. This is a campaign type. The objective is engagement. The business type could be service or product. And then we have to choose a post from Facebook or Instagram page. But then talking about this client who didn't want me to run the campaigns in Facebook ads interface, how will he promote his business? So how your clients can promote their post if they don't want you to manage their business as an expert? What they can do, they can simply post anything that they have on Instagram, anything that they have as their products, as their service, as their photos on Facebook, and then they can click on this promote post button. When they click on this button, they get an option to decide the target audience, which is something available somewhere over here. They have an option to decide the target apps. They have an option to decide the target duration. They have an option to decide the target budget. They have an option to decide the target placement. So let's say you want to start with this post boost. So what we can do, we can start with this post, and we have to decide the budget. We have to decide the button. First of all, let's say we want to go with learn more. Anyone who get to see the ad or the post boost, he get an option which says learn more, something like this. Then if we want, we can provide the website destination. So we can provide the website URL, something like www.springtails.in. Second option or third option. Then if you want, you can, in fact, post boost campaigns are not supposed to drive traffic on the website. Ideally, these campaigns are supposed to engage with these posts. So the objective of these campaigns should not be uh, getting the traffic on the website. It should be something else. So let me change. So whenever you get into goal, you have to change the goal. So the goal is to get engagement. This is something which you have to choose, or this is something which your client has to choose initially, getting more engagement. You choose the engagement option and then you click on save. Once you select the right engagement option, then you have to decide on closing this option. Then you have to choose the button. Let's say we don't use any button. Ideally, we shall not be using any button. Otherwise, this campaign takes us to different pages. So we go with without adding any button. We have the like option, we have the comment option, we have the share option. We have these three options beneath the post, which means we are doing engagement through these three options. Then we have to get into the audiences. So here we have to decide the target audience. In our case, if our target audience is women, we only go with women. We choose the age range, that could be from 18 to 34. We choose the target location, that could be Delhi in our case. We then scroll down to, okay, we also have to decide the kilometers. If it's lesser than 40 kilometers, we choose that. We do that in the location targeting. Then we have to usually decrease this bar to decrease the radius targeting, of course. In detailed targeting, we decide the target interest. So let's say we want to show the ads to people who are interested in fashion. We target fashion. If it's jewelry, we write jewelry, and then we go with the available options. In the end, we decide the to save or not save the audiences. Let's say if we save the audiences, we click over here. We also decide the daily budget. So let's say we want to go with the daily budget of 90 rupees only. We only choose 90. We decide the target duration of the campaign. Let's say we only do it for 1 day, or it says ads that runs for at least 4 days tend to get better results. We don't want to go with that. That's okay. That's okay. And now you can see if you spend 90 rupees, this is the estimated number of impressions or reach that you generate. So I was talking about spending 100 rupees, getting 1000 followers, and you can see Facebook has estimated the similar amount. Then we can decide on choosing the placements. Placement means if you want to show this post on Facebook only, or else we can also choose Instagram and Messenger as the additional placements. We decide if we go with Metapixel, we choose the ad account. So you always go with the right ad account. I'm having multiple ad accounts over here. If it's being done by a client, then he will probably be having only one single ad account, and then he simply publish it. This is what you do being a client. This is what you do when you are not an expert. However, this training is all about understanding or learning meta ad campaigns for an expert when you want to become an expert in meta ads. So what do? You simply get back into your meta ads account. If you have not created the account already, you have to get into admanager.facebook.com. Once you are in the account, you have to click on this create button, a green one, and go with the objective of engagement. Post boost is an engagement objective campaign. Every objective is gonna open up different campaigns type for you, and you click on continue, which takes you in two options. Either you go with tailored message campaign, or you go with the second one, which is called as manual engagement campaign. So we always go with the second option in most of the cases, and you click on continue. Now we get three stages over here. The first stage is the campaign stage, then you have the ad set stage, and finally you have the ad stage. At the campaign stage, we have to start with providing the campaign name. So let's say we name it spring tails underscore post boost underscore. How do we recognize which post we are boosting? So if you talk about this post, it was posted 7 days ago. I'm just trying to find out the date. So today we are talking on 11th of September, which means it was posted somewhere on 4th or 5th of September. 4th of September. So here I can get back into the account and I can name it as 4th September. So I can know this campaign targets to which post. Once campaign name is given, we don't have to get into categories. We don't have to get into buying type and campaign objective. There's something which we have already selected. So earlier we have started with this engagement objective. You don't have multiple options in the campaign settings. You simply have to click on next and get into the ad set level, the second level of the meta ads interface. In fact, ad set is the level where you have to decide your target audiences, target platforms, target gender, target age range. Everything that you decide about the campaign, about the audiences, happens at the second level, which means the ad set level. So here we have to decide our target objective now. In fact, I should be rather calling it sub target objective. So here now we have to decide what exactly is the conversion for us. What do we want? How do we engage with these audiences? So ideally, when you go with any post boost campaign, any post boost, the idea is to engage with the post. So you always go with the second option, which says on your ad, get people to watch a video or interact with your post or event. So here we are not looking for any sort of messaging. We are not looking to generate phone calls. We are not looking for generate website traffic, not even app or Facebook page. The only thing we want from this campaign is to engage with the ad copy, engage with the post. So we go with the second option. In engagement type, because it's gonna be for the post, we go with the second option that says post engagement. Now, after choosing these two options, in terms of performance goal, we choose the objective. So here the objective is to get maximum engagement with a post. Then we scroll down and we decide a daily budget. So let's say we start with a daily budget of 100 rupees. That's it. Then we scroll down, we choose any start or end date, and we also decide the target location. So in our case, we have to go with Delhi as the target location. We go with Delhi. Oops, give me a moment. Oops. Oh my God. So Facebook has logged me out. This is horrible while you're working on any campaign. I'm sorry for that. Anyway, so I'll just refresh my screen. I will try to get back into the account as soon as I can. So this has definitely sent me a code. And guys, if you are making any campaigns in Facebook, then trust me, you are gonna face these kind of issues again and again. Facebook can log you out from the account. Facebook can really stop your work, and then you have to get into the account after. Oh my God, don't ask. Anyways, so let's get into the account. And then here we are back into someone tried. Oh my God, nobody has tried. This was me only. Anyways, so I'm back into the account, back into the campaign, and let's see if I get started with the same campaign which I was trying to configure in this account. Otherwise, I have to start with a fresh campaign. Okay, so at least I am into the same campaign options. Now okay, so we have already selected post engagement, performance goal. We were talking about setting the target city, which we have selected as Delhi. It's already, no, it's not there. So let me click on edit. Okay, it's there. Delhi is there, I'm sorry. And then we have to decide the further advanced audiences. So when I say advanced audience, it's all about choosing the right age range. Let's say we go with 18 till 34. So we go to choose 34. In gender, we go with females. Now, people who don't know about this campaign, we have already decided the campaign targeting while planning this project, which is going to be available in the project planning sheet. Here we shall be having a project planning sheet. So in the project planning sheet, we have decided our target audience as females in terms of gender, location as Delhi NCR, age range as 18 to 34. Because this website, springtails.in, is having the jewelry products for females. So that's why we have decided to show the ads to females in the youths somewhere in the tier A city. So we started with Delhi. We are choosing the age range of 18 to 34. We are going with women. In terms of detailed targeting, we have to go with the target audience of jewelry to start with. So when you type jewelry or when you type any options in this box, you get a lot of recommendations. Let's say we go with anything with the interest of costume jewelry. Then we click on suggestions and we are getting additional interest as necklace, jewelry, earring, fashion accessories. So we are going with selecting a couple of options over here. And now once you have selected good options, you simply have to scroll down and choose the target placement. Placement means where exactly you want your ads to show. Now you can run like campaigns for two different placement. Let's say if this post is only gonna be a Facebook post, you shall ideally be going with a Facebook platform. I'll tell you how you decide the post. Anyway, so let's say for now we are going with both of these platforms, Facebook and Instagram both. In fact, in devices, you can decide if you want to show the ads to mobile devices or desktops. In fact, when you choose mobile, you further get options to choose the device types. So I guess we don't have this device type options in this campaign, or this is available over here, right? So these device type options allows you to choose the devices. If you want to show the ads to people who are using Androids only, maybe iOS only. Even if you go with Android, you can decide a particular device. Let's say showing the ads to people who are only using Samsung Galaxy S24. I mean, Facebook gives you all of these options, very good options, in fact. So let's take off all of these options and let's say we go with all mobile devices for now. You also have this option only when connected to Wi-Fi, which allows you to show the ads to people who are only and only connected to Wi-Fi. A very good option again. And then let's say we have decided to go with all of these settings and you click on next. Now we are getting into the third stage, which is the ad creation stage in Meta Ads. In the ad creation stage, we have to choose the Facebook page, which is already selected as Springtails. Additionally, Instagram account, which is also there. And now we have to go with the option of use as existing post. Now, this is the only campaign where you don't have to make an ad copy, where you don't have to really create anything. We only have to choose the post which is already posted in our Instagram or Facebook profiles. So after choosing this use existing post, you come into this add creative part and click on select post. And then from here, you decide the post that you want to promote. So let's say if you go with this post, then this post will be promoted. This Instagram post is going to be promoted on Instagram and Facebook both. If the idea is not to promote Instagram post, if the idea is to promote Facebook post, then you choose Facebook from here and you select the post under Facebook, something from here. And then you click on continue. Towards the right, you will get the options of Facebook feed. And then you can always, you have to change this objective. So we don't want to generate call to actions. We don't want to generate messages. We simply want to remove this button because the idea is to get engagement on the post. So that's why we are not giving any call to action button to this post. Now, because we have selected Facebook post as the post type, ideally we shall not be promoting this post on Instagram. So we scroll down and we uncheck the option of Instagram. And then we go up, and from here, we only go with the option of selecting the Facebook post, something from here. We don't have to use any call to action button. We don't have to edit the placements. If needed, we can enable the website tracking just in case you want to know how many people have landed the website after engaging with your post. And then you can simply publish the campaign. That's it. That's all. So that's how you can post a boost within Facebook ads interface. Otherwise, you can ask your client to boost the same post within the within the application, or maybe within the Instagram app, within the Facebook app. Now, how about people who want to become an expert? How do they become an expert in any of the campaigns in Meta? So I have this training deck available for you. We call it Meta Ads Training Deck. In this training deck, we have already launched different campaigns. We launched campaigns like brand awareness campaign. Then we launched Facebook page like campaign. We launched traffic campaign. We launched Instagram follower campaign. We also launched, and this time we have launched the post boost campaign. This is the campaign that we are talking about. I'll be adding the video link over here and then the activities for you. Trust me guys, no matter how much you watch this video, no matter how much you listen to me or any expert over the internet, you won't become an expert until you have the hands-on experience on these platforms. So what I ask you to do is to start doing the activities. In exercise 1, I want you to create a Facebook or Instagram page. It's totally free. You don't have to think about it to create the pages. You simply have to navigate to Facebook profile and your Instagram app and simply create a Facebook page and Instagram profile. In Instagram, we don't create the page, we create a business profile. Once it's created, you post, in fact, you create a post using Canva and post it. Now, all the posts which I create, I'm not really good with designing on Photoshop, so I use Canva for designing all the posts for different projects. So you also create a post using Canva and post it on FB and Insta page as the exercise 2. In the exercise 3, I want you to boost this post on using apps and also make campaign. I shall rather be calling it post boost campaign within Meta Ads interface. Meta Ads interface. Now, I know people are really concerned how the hell they do this activity because they don't have any amount. They don't want to spend any amount, just like the client which I talked about. If that's the case, then trust me, people, you don't learn digital marketing. I mean, it's going to be very difficult for you to learn digital marketing. In fact, I provide options to some people so that they can join this project based Meta Ads training course. They can go through all of these campaigns one by one, and I keep on sharing the stories of what exactly is happening in the campaigns. But then it does not allow you to launch the campaigns until you are associated with me on this project. Then only you get a chance to launch these campaigns. So that's how you have to understand the business type. That's how you have to understand launching different campaigns. And then you have to start generating the results. Once you start generating the results, you have to optimize these campaigns to further generating the return on investment. We call it ROAS, which is return on ad spend. We also call it ROS in terms of 1x, 2x, or 3x. Pretty, advertising terms. You have to learn it with time. So I guess this is the time when we have to end this video. I shall be seeing you in the next videos to launch different campaigns in Meta Ads.